scorching sun beating down upon the endless sand, navigating blindly through this unforgiving land. A mirage shimmering falsely on the high horizon, searching for the courage of the mighty desert lion. Leather boots kicking up the yellow dusty trail, refusing absolutely to collapse or ever fail. Canteens are nearly empty, lips are cracked and dry, staring upward at the merciless expansive sky. Gripping the wooden staff tightly inside my fist, marching through the morning's evaporated mist. Nomadic tribes wandering across the massive dunes, following the guidance of the ancient crescent moons. Camels carrying the spices and the heavy silk, drinking the nourishment of the fermented milk. The caravan continues despite the brutal heat, conquering the geography with our callous feet. Left foot, right foot, never losing the stride, swallowing our arrogance, abandoning our pride. The journey is the ultimate magnificent goal, testing the endurance of the human weary soul. I am a dedicated rhythm stepper, walking far, guided by the brilliant light of the northern star, crossing the wasteland, determined to survive, keeping the ancestral ancient traditions alive. Rhythm stepper, moving across the barren earth, experiencing a difficult, spectacular rebirth. Scorpions scurrying beneath the jagged rocks, ignoring the ticking of the artificial clocks, finding an oasis hidden within the deep canyon. Water is the ultimate magnificent companion, resting underneath the shade of the solitary palm, reciting a prayer, singing a traditional psalm, replenishing the stamina to continue the trek, wrapping the cotton scarf tightly around my neck. Campfires crackling loudly in the freezing night, providing a necessary comforting warm light. Gypsy skirts twirling to the acoustic guitar, realizing exactly how incredibly strong we are. Sleeping upon a carpet woven from sheep wool, waiting for the moon to become completely full. At dawn we dismantle the temporary canvas tents, enduring the harshness of the natural element. Foot, right foot, never losing the stride, swallowing our arrogance, abandoning our pride. The journey is the ultimate magnificent goal, testing the endurance of the human weary soul. I am a dedicated rhythm stepper, walking far, guided by the brilliant light of the northern star, crossing the wasteland, determined to survive, keeping the ancestral ancient traditions alive. Rhythm stepper, moving across the barren earth, experiencing a difficult, spectacular rebirth. The destination matters less than the dusty road, carrying this evolutionary genealogical load. Footprints instantly erased by the blowing wind, leaving absolutely nothing but our tracks behind. Keep walking, don't look back, miles to go, steady pace. I am a dedicated rhythm stepper, walking far, guided by the brilliant light of the northern star, crossing the wasteland, determined to survive, keeping the ancestral ancient traditions alive. Rhythm stepper, moving across the barren earth, experiencing a difficult, spectacular rebirth. Over the dunes giving the international fashion magazines a reason to talk. Strutting past the zinc fences in designer custom couture. My posture is intimidating, my attitude is incredibly pure. The paparazzi chasing me down the bustling Island Avenue, capturing the fascinating, highly contrasting, striking view, balancing perfectly upon the 6-inch needle thin spike, commanding the aesthetic attention that I absolutely like.
The capital city acts as a spectacular, gritty backdrop, watching the incredibly glamorous, unexpected photo drop. She poses fiercely in front of the local neighborhood style, ignoring the traditional, conservative, predictable protocol.
The flash bulbs illuminate the cracks in the old pavement, a magnificent escape from the typical studio enslavement. The subwoofers act as the metronome for her flawless stride, filling the local residents with the massive, undeniable pride. High fashion collides with the foundational deep roots, trading the typical combat gear for the stylish boots. The runway stretches across the entire historical town, refusing to let the intense tropical humidity drag us down. Strutting fiercely in the towering Kingston hills, showing the entire world exactly how the island feels. A glamorous invasion of the authentic rugged street, moving elegantly to the heavy, uncompromising beat. Kingston hills, a portrait of magnificent contrast, building a stylish legacy that is guaranteed to last.
The local sound clashes the after party for the runway show, showing the international models exactly where to properly go. Vogue magazine editors mixing with the underground crew, discovering a perspective that is entirely vibrantly new.
I DJ the event, matching her incredible visual aesthetic, creating an atmosphere that is undeniably fiercely kinetic. The Jamaican breeze catches the train of her expensive dress, a flawless exhibition of undeniable cultural success.
Striking a dramatic pose against the rusted iron gate, dictating the incredibly fast, highly demanding fashion rate. My accessories are as loud as the massive vibrating bass, claiming absolute ownership of this beautiful island space.
The juxtaposition is a brilliant, highly calculated art, capturing the rhythm of the capitals beating hard. I pause at the intersection, letting the cameras rapid fire, elevating the standard of beauty significantly, intensely high. High fashion collides with the foundational deep roots, trading the typical combat gear for the stylish boots. The runway stretches across the entire historical town, refusing to let the intense tropical humidity drag us down. Strutting fiercely in the towering Kingston hills, showing the entire world exactly how the island feels. A glamorous invasion of the authentic rugged street, moving elegantly to the heavy, uncompromising beat. Kingston hills, a portrait of magnificent contrast, building a stylish legacy that is guaranteed to last. The concrete is a highly demanding, unforgiving stage, but we are writing a spectacular revolution every page. Elegance and the authentic street credibility line up perfectly executed, visually stunning, brilliant design. Strike a pose, fierce walk, turn the corner, capture the shot. Strutting fiercely in the towering Kingston hills, showing the entire world exactly how the island feels. A glamorous invasion of the authentic rugged street, moving elegantly to the heavy, uncompromising beat. Kingston hill, a portrait of magnificent contrast, building a stylish legacy that is guaranteed to last. Runway clear, that's a wrap. Island glamour, keep strutting. line across the massive factory floor, wielding the blowtorch behind the heavy steel door. Gears are turning inside the colossal machine, the grittiest spectacle that you have ever seen.
Smelting the copper, pouring the liquid brass, watching the molten temperature rapidly surpass. Blue-collar angels wearing protective goggles tight, forging a masterpiece inside the neon light. Hammer strikes downward with terrifying might, bending the titanium into the darkest night. Sweat lubricates the pistons pumping in the chest. We never take a break, we never pause to rest. Blacksmiths chanting a rugged mechanical tune, working night shifts underneath the pale moon. Unbreakable ladder running directly through the veins,
shattering the padlocks, destroying all the chains. Pressure building up inside the massive boiler tank, furnaces burning hot, fueling the industrial skanks. Fire gets twisting open, releasing the pressurized air, creating an architecture completely beyond compare. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall.
bolts tightened down with the heavy monkey wrench, enduring the grease, surviving the chemical stench. Scrapyards transformed into an acoustic paradise. We pay the toll, we offer the ultimate sacrifice. Rivets holding the magnificent structure in place, a monument of labor dominating the empty space. Tires rolling over the sharp gravel on the road,
Carrying an impossibly massive, gigantic load. Cranes lifting up the heavy, colossal beams, sewing the metal together along the rigid seams. Pulley systems hoisting the cargo to the sky, watching the rusted helicopters hovering by. Sirens screaming loudly from the towering smokestack. No turning around entirely, no going back. Engine blocks vibrating with an explosive roar, demanding absolutely and undeniably more. Pressure building up inside the massive boiler tank, furnaces burning hot, fueling the industrial skanks. Fire gets twisting open, releasing the pressurized air, creating an architecture completely beyond compare. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall. Melting the differences into one solid block, ticking precisely like a grandfather clock. The assembly line continues without a glitch, throwing the massive electrical power switch. Strike it hard, bend the steel, feel the heat, fork the sound. Feel the iron rhythm, unyielding and severe, constructing a fortress that will outlast the year. Clashing the metals, producing a permanent spark, leaving a definitive, undeniable, gigantic mark. Iron rhythm, stronger than a concrete wall, standing undeniably rigid, refusing to ever fall. Machines resting, cooling down, the iron holds solid forever.
yeah, yeah.
head, walking through a metropolis painted infrared. Holographic advertisements promising a fake joy, selling plastic fantasies disguised as a shiny toy. I wear my reflective visor to block the glare, breathing in the synthetic, heavily filtered air. Living inside a simulation, running on a grid, trying to remember the innocent things I did.
Microchips implanted deeply inside the human brain, trading natural spirituality for digital cold rain. The system operates on an algorithmic code, sending heavy data down a fiber optic road.
Profits are censored by the mainframe firewall, waiting for the artificial empire to finally fall. We about to reach powering a greedy, vicious beast, starving our spirits at this technologic Google feast. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
A beautiful but deadly trap,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
virtual reality goggles blinding the youth, preventing them from witnessing the absolute truth. Cyber police patrolling the information web, watching the organic tide slowly, sadly ebb.
But the acoustic guitar possesses a virus strain, designed to penetrate the mechanical domain, uploading a frequency of pure, undeniable love, hacking the satellites positioned up above. Swiping my identity card at the security gate, escaping the algorithm before it gets too late. I am a ghost circulating inside the machine, the most dangerous anomaly they have ever seen. Downloading the rhythm directly into my soul, bypassing the centralized tyrannical control. The pixels are dissolving, revealing the rust, watching the motherboards crumble into dust. Unplug the cables from the back of the spine, rejecting the poisonous manufactured wine. The matrix is glitching, the screen is going black. We are launching a massive acoustic counterattack. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
A beautiful but deadly trap,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map.
short circuit the server, shatter the glass screen, awaken the citizens from this algorithmic dream. The baseline is a logic bomb ready to detonate, opening up the encrypted heavy firewall gate.
System failure,
Rebooting,
override, error, error, error. Welcome to the terrifying neon Babylon, where the illusion is constantly brightly left on. A cybernetic prison with invisible laser bars, blocking our view of the natural ancient stars. Neon Babylon,
a beautiful but deadly trap,
erasing our coordinates entirely from the map. Shutting down, screen goes dark, the real world away. Disconnect, disconnect. Born on the avenue, raised by the city noise, playing on the stoop with the neighborhood boys. I learned to to sing before I ever learned to speak, finding immense strength whenever I was feeling weak. They call me a legend, but I am just a simple girl, trying to spread a little honey in a bitter world, carrying the history of my people in my throat, pouring pure emotion into every single note.
She walks down the block with incredible grace, a permanent sunshine illuminated on her face. Empress of the concrete, royalty without a crown, lifting up the spirits of the entire dusty town.
When she starts to vocalize, the arguments all cease, bringing a spectacular, overwhelming sense of peace. An aura of positivity surrounds her silhouette, a magnetic energy that you will never forget. She carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous music of cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece, a living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light.
I watch her from a distance, standing on the stage, turning back the clock, reversing every age. The elders start to reminisce, the youth begin to smile, captivated thoroughly by her remarkable style. She blends the Latin rhythm with the steady island skank, taking all the blessings straight to the spiritual bank. No artificial gimmicks, no fabricated lies, just naked honest truth reflecting in her
I
eyes.
close my eyes and channel the ancestors above, filling up the microphone with unconditional love. I am a vessel for the melody, a conduit for the sound, keeping my stilettos planted firmly on the ground. Fame is an illusion, money is just green paper, but a genuine connection is a much sweeter flavor. I give away my energy until I am entirely drained, ensuring that the cultural legacy is maintained. Carries the remedy in her vocal cords, striking down the hatred without using any swords. A testament to resilience, a symbol of the pure, providing a miraculous musical cure. Listen to Soul Jenny, pouring out her heart, a masterpiece, a living, a brilliant work of art, healing up the fractures in the community, bringing us together in perfect harmony. Soul Jenny, a beacon shining in the night, guiding all the wanderers back into the light. A solitary transform. I am stepping out into the center of the storm, wearing neon colors that glow completely bright, searching for the ultimate sonic appetite. The underground bunker is hidden out of view, only accessible to the chosen lucky few. Elevator descending into the basement deep, where the nocturnal creatures refuse to go to sleep.
Sound system operator plugging in the thick cables, wiping down the surface of the dual turntables. Amplifier tubes glow in a dangerous hot red, preparing to unleash the thunder in your head.
Testing the microphone, saying check 1 and 2, sending massive shockwaves directly into you. The concrete foundation is beginning to crack. Once you feel the pressure, you can never go back. Dial up the frequency, maximize the gain. Let the heavy audio wash away the brain. Physical sensation taking over every nerve. We are heading straight into a dangerous curve. We need the bass tonight, rattling the chest, putting the subwoofers to the ultimate test. Lower than the ocean, deeper than the sea, this is the pinnacle of acoustic mastery. Bass tonight, vibrating through the bone, entering a completely alternate zone.
Seismic activity registering off the charts, synchronizing perfectly with our beating hearts. The needle hits the groove, a microscopic spark, igniting an explosion in the completely dark.
Rivals try to clash, but their speakers are too weak. They cannot comprehend the language that we speak, dominating thoroughly the auditory space, wiping every challenger completely from the place. Laser beams cutting through the artificial fog, living like a shadow in a digital catalog. My pulse is dictated by the master engineer. The outside world completely disappears. Subharmonic Stepping out the private elevator onto the penthouse suite, wearing exclusive designer labels down to my feet. Panoramic windows displaying the glittering skyline, sipping on a vintage, incredibly expensive rare wine. But the superficial conversation started deeply bore. I am actively searching for something fundamentally more. Beneath the diamond necklace beats a hungry tribal drum, waiting for the authentic, heavy vibrations to come.
Walking past the velvet rope without an invitation, causing a massive controversial elite sensation. Dreadlocks neatly tied back, wearing a tailored suit, carrying the spiritual message, bearing the righteous fruit. The billionaires are staring, clutching their mahogany canes, but the regal blood of kings runs directly through my veins. Serving organic herbal tea inside the corporate boardroom, sweeping away the materialistic artificial gloom. Bridging the massive gap between the dirt and the sky, watching the private helicopters gracefully fly by. Money is an illusion, but the rhythm is entirely real, changing the fundamental way the upper echelons feel. Witness the arrival of the uptown Rasta, dining on the caviar, rejecting the fake pasta, bringing the foundational roots to the luxury elite, making the wealthy executives dance upon their feet. Uptown Rasta, infiltrating the highest top floor, opening up a completely unexpected wealthy door. Valet parking the imported, customized luxury car, but keeping my internal compass pointed to the star. Investing the heavy profits back into the neighborhood, using the massive financial leverage for the greater good. Stock markets are crashing, but my soul is secure, because the message I carry is mathematically pure. Chanting the ancient psalms inside the marble hall, watching the superficial arrogant empires fall.
Trading my stilettos for a comfortable, grounded stance, inviting the high society to a spiritual dance. The paparazzi flashing cameras at the charity gather, while I am secretly channeling the energy of the moolah. My bank account is heavy, but my spirit is extremely light, illuminating the incredibly dark, privileged night. We are rewriting the rules of the exclusive country club, injecting the atmosphere with the sophisticated dub. Bridging the massive gap between the dirt and the sky, watching the private helicopters gracefully fly by. Money is an illusion, but the rhythm is entirely real, changing the fundamental way the upper echelons feel. Witness the arrival of the uptown Rasta, dining on the caviar, rejecting the fake pasta, bringing the foundational roots to the luxury elite, making the wealthy executives dance upon their feet. Uptown Rasta, infiltrating the highest top floor, opening up a completely unexpected wealthy door.
Gold bars cannot purchase a ticket to the Zion Gate.
We are teaching the billionaires how to elevate.
The penthouse is vibrating from the massive subwoofer,
Turning the skeptical CEO into a dedicated groover.
first class.
Roots and culture,
Elevate your mind.
high society scan. Witness the arrival of the uptown Rasta, dining on the caviar, rejecting the fake pasta, bringing the foundational roots to the luxury elite,
Making the wealthy
executives dance upon their feet. Uptown Rasta, infiltrating the highest top floor, opening up a completely unexpected wealthy door.
penthouse view.
Stay grounded, true wealth.
Bless her.
Bless up. feet high. Looking at the checkerboard of earth from the sky. Heart is palpitating wildly inside my chest, putting my courage to the ultimate extreme test.
I take a deep breath and I step off the edge, honoring the crazy adrenaline-fueled pledge. Plummeting downward, cutting through the freezing clouds, screaming out my exhilaration absolutely loud. Terminal velocity ripping against my face, a magnificent, terrifying, spectacular race. No strings attached, leaving the heavy burdens behind. A total liberation of the body and the mind.
Spreading my arms wide, simulating a flying bird, the most peaceful silence that I have ever heard. Gravity is the teacher, I am the willing student, being reckless and entirely wonderfully imprudent. Aerodynamic diving, slicing the atmosphere, eradicating absolutely every single fear. The altimeter ticking, measuring the descent, a beautiful fraction of time, incredibly well spent. Experiencing the freedom drop of vertical flight, a daytime phenomenon that feels exceptionally bright. Trusting the parachute, embracing the massive fall, entering the extreme, adventurous, daring call. Freedom drop, completely untethered and unchained, a miraculous memory that is permanently engraved.
Rolling over on my back, staring at the blue, seeing the entire hemisphere from a different view. The topography below looks like a painted map, escaping from the ordinary, predictable trap. I pull the ripcord firmly, feeling the sudden jerk, watching the nylon canopy perfectly do its work. Transitioning from a bullet to a floating leaf, experiencing a massive, overwhelming relief.
Gliding in spirals over the majestic terrain, washing away the stress, erasing the mental stain. The parachute catches the thermal updraft breeze, floating gracefully directly over the forest trees. Steering the toggles, navigating the open air, hanging suspended by a harness, completely aware. The landing zone approaches, getting rapidly close, taking in the maximum exhilarating dose. Aerodynamic diving, slicing the atmosphere, eradicating absolutely every single fear. The altimeter ticking, measuring the descent, a beautiful fraction of time, incredibly well spent. Experiencing the freedom drop of vertical flight, a daytime phenomenon that feels exceptionally bright. Trusting the parachute, embracing the massive fall, entering the extreme, adventurous, daring call. Freedom drop, completely untethered and unchained, a miraculous memory that is permanently engraved.
Feet touching the grass, bending the shaky knees,
Surviving the ultimate jump with spectacular ease.
unbuckling the helmet,
Gathering the tangled cords, receiving the greatest of all invisible rewards. Floating down, so peaceful, like a feather touch the ground. Oh, experiencing the freedom drop of vertical flight, a daytime phenomenon that feels exceptionally bright. Trusting the parachute, embracing the massive fall, answering the extreme, adventurous, daring call. Freedom drop, completely untethered and unchained, a miraculous memory that is permanently ingrained. Now the urban jungle is calling out. Wild gold hoops, swinging jacket, leather tight. We are painting a revolution in the cold daylight.
Jah people wandering through the metal gates, looking for salvation before it gets too late.
Prophets speaking truth on the corner street, while the righteous ones march with tired feet.
Babylon erected towers reaching for the sky,
but the natural roots will never truly die. Two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere. No more crying,
we banish all the fear.
From the northern boroughs to the promised land,
we are walking forward, united,
hand in hand. Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
Trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Politicians talking, but they never understand the suffering of children across this barren land.
We plant a seed of hope inside the asphalt cracks, carrying the heavy burdens upon our aching backs. But the trumpet sounds across the neighborhood, bringing forth the message of everything good.
Sirens wailing loud, but we drown them out with love.
Angels watching over from the balconies above.
Graffiti murals singing stories of our past,
building up a legacy that is guaranteed to last.
Step by step,
we rise above the poverty line, letting our internal brilliant diamond shine. Two different worlds colliding in the atmosphere.
No more crying, we banish all the fear.
From the northern boroughs to the promised land,
we are walking forward, united, hand in hand.
Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
Trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, an empire of the soul, where the broken pieces finally become whole.
Let the echoes bounce off the brick walls,
Answer the destiny whenever it calls.
a fusion of the Caribbean and the Empire State. We are opening up the heavy iron gate. Hold strong,
Keep the faith,
New York to Jamaica.
feel the vibration. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the Bronx, Zion,
Where the city wolf meets the conquering lion.
trains rumble loud, but the acoustic guitar's strong.
We are marching forward to the beating of the drum.
Bronx, Zion, empire of the soul,
Whoa,
where the broken pieces finally become whole.
peace in the borough.
Love in the Zion,
Hold on,
fade away into the night. Emerald canopy providing a magnificent cooling shade. Parrots flying overhead in a spectacular parade. Orchids blooming vividly upon the ancient vines. where the sparkling holy river beautifully intertwines.
Walking softly across the mossy emerald floor,
leaving the Babylon destruction outside the door. Inhaling the fragrance of the blooming hibiscus, forgiving the enemies who once deeply dismissed us.
Lion resting peacefully beside the gentle lamb, breaking the heavy chains of the deceptive wicked scam. Reading the ancient scriptures beneath the cedar tree, embracing the righteous truth that sets the spirit free.
Meditating deeply on the mountain elevation, receiving a profound, spectacular revelation. Planting the tiny seeds into the fertile home, finally returning to our designated spiritual home. Floating upward toward the magnificent pinnacle, ignoring completely the voices of the cynical. Releasing the toxic venom from the infected mind, leaving the sorrow and the bitter weeping behind. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion groove, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality.
Harvesting the yams and the sweetest sugar cake, washing our faces in the purifying gentle rain. Drinking with pristine water from the natural spring, appreciating the nourishment that the seasons bring. Eradicating greed, abandoning the endless rush, finding total serenity within the jungle brush. The soil is rich, the atmosphere is perfectly clean, the most breathtaking paradise I have ever seen.
Braiding my long hair beside the rushing waterfall, answering the majestic, undeniable high call. Humming a melody inherited from the queen, painting a portrait entirely wonderfully serene. Tasting the golden honey from the buzzing bees, surrendering completely to the rustling breeze. Laying back upon the soft grassy terrain, removing entirely every single lingering pain. Floating upward toward the magnificent pinnacle, ignoring completely the voices of the cynical. Releasing the toxic venom from the infected mind, leaving the sorrow and the bitter weeping behind. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion groove, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality.
The promised land is no longer
A distant illusion,
we have escaped the massive
worldly confusion.
stepping into the kingdom of eternal grace,
Occupying this exceptionally holy, sacred space. Pure peace, holy waters,
breathing.
Zion awaits. Flowing perfectly with the Zion groove, watching the majestic holy mountains move. A sanctuary filled with everlasting pure light, banishing forever the shadows of the night. Zion grew, a utopian, beautiful reality, achieving a state of total, absolute neutrality. Resting here, forever calm, jungle paradise, beautiful Zion.
inside the idling dark speedboat, wearing a black balaclava and a waterproof coat. The harbor water is perfectly still and pitch black, ready to execute the incredibly swift getaway track. Watching the second-hand sweep across my heavy watch, preparing to push the throttle up another notch. She signals from the balcony with a single flashlight. We are pulling off the greatest robbery of the night. The tension is thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time. Navigating the narrow canals, killing the engine hum, disappearing entirely before the police sirens come. Hiding the contraband underneath the wooden deck floor, we have successfully settled the ultimate final score. Babylon investigators searching the empty premises, failing to capture their smartest, stealthiest nemesis. The jewel is safe within the deep underground roots, counting the value of our spectacular stolen loot. We're moving the tactical gears, slipping into an evening gown, the most mysterious, wealthy fugitive in the town, loading the incredibly heavy stone up to my eye, admiring the facets that reflect the starry fence. The treasure on the international black market, finding the perfect lucrative billionaire target. My heartbeat finally returns to a normal steady pace, leaving absolutely zero evidence inside the place. The tension is thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with a dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. For the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time. The clarity of the gem matches the purity of the bass, a flawless performance executed with ultimate grace. We are the invisible thieves of the auditory night, disappearing rapidly into the blinding bright light. Cut the wire, rock the stone, get out. Flawless execution, waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time. Clean getaway, no fingerprints, the drop is complete. Rich forever. Entering the barroom wearing a scarlet ruffled dress, demanding absolute attention, accepting nothing less. My heels are clicking rapidly against the polished wood, misbehaving exactly the way a passionate woman
should.
The spotlight hits my silhouette,
Creating a sharp line. Tonight the championship trophy is guaranteed to be mine. Spinning like a tornado, leaving a trail of fire, elevating the competitive, fierce energy higher.
standing on the bandstand, blowing the golden horn,
Watching a spectacular musical phenomenon be born. The tempo is blistering, the rhythm is highly intense, jumping completely over the traditional musical fence. I signal the percussionist to double up the beat, providing the necessary combustible heavy heat. Watching her navigate the incredibly complex choreograph, tearing the entire established rulebook perfectly in half. The Caribbean islands colliding up on the floor, a spectacular fusion that you simply cannot ignore. Hips swaying wildly, feet moving in a blur, a magical interaction between him and her. Do the magnificent, fiery salsa stepper, adding a massive dash of the spiciest pepper. A reggae foundation meets the elegant Latin flair, throwing our inhibitions directly into the air. Salsa stepper, a passionately aggressive routine, the most incredible performance they have ever seen.
plucking the upright bass with an aggressive attack. There is absolutely no possibility of holding back. The trombone slides deeply into the lower register, acting as the perfect musical investigator. Sweat flying off the forehead of the timbale player, removing another restrictive traditional layer. We push the dancers to their absolute physical limit, squeezing every drop of energy out every minute.
My partner dips me low, inches from the hardwood floor. The audience is screaming, absolutely begging for more. Arching my back, snapping my neck to the sudden break, showing them exactly what it will permanently take. The brass section screams right into my waiting ear, eradicating any lingering competitive fear. I am the reigning queen of this spectacular fusion, providing a breathtaking, flawless, grand illusion. The Caribbean islands colliding up on the floor, a spectacular fusion that you simply cannot ignore. Hips swaying wildly, feet moving in a blur, a magical interaction between him and her. To the magnificent, fiery salsa stepper, adding a massive dash of the spiciest pepper. A reggae foundation meets the elegant Latin flair, throwing our inhibitions directly into the air. Salsa stepper, a passionately aggressive routine, the most incredible performance they have ever seen. Let the trumpets blaze, let the subwoofers roar. We are opening up an entirely new rhythmic door. Passion and pressure, elegance and the extreme dirt, executing the moves until the muscles actively hurt. Oh, yes. Muévete faster, step, step, spin. Fuego, fuego. To the magnificent, fiery salsa stepper, adding a massive dash of the spiciest pepper. Reggae foundation meets the elegant Latin flair, throwing our inhibitions directly into the air. Salsa stepper, a passionately aggressive routine, the most incredible performance they have ever seen. Champion, take a bow. The floor is burning, bravo. Bravo. Yeah, stepping out the luxury, out the luxury vehicle in an emerald silk gown, ready to completely shut this underground dance all down. Diamonds dripping heavily from my manicured fingertips, a confident, unapologetic smile resting on my lips. The rude boys part like the Red Sea when I walk through, showing exactly what a determined, powerful queen can do. I grabbed the golden microphone from the incredibly sturdy stand, taking absolute control of this entire massive land.
The operator pulls up the track to show maximum respect, witnessing a royalty that you simply did not expect. She brings the haute couture directly into the gritty dirt, healing the massive crowd of every single painful hurt. Her vocal runs are smooth like highly expensive hay drum, commanding the attention of the aggressive heavy drum. I spin the exclusive dub plate entirely in her honor, recognizing the spectacular, undeniable grace upon her. Elegance and the extreme grip colliding on the stage, writing a phenomenally glamorous historical page. Unbothered, unmatched, entirely in a different class, shattering the ceiling made of patriarchal glass. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch of this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva dub, demanding absolute uncompromised space, ruling the dance hall, oh, with a terrifying, beautiful grace. Rival sound systems try to initiate a massive clash, but she reduces their arguments to absolute burnt ash. Just one lingering, spectacular, highly melodic note cuts directly to their defense, straight to the throat. The speakers are smoking, the amplifiers are entirely blown, because she refuses to abdicate her magnificent throne. A flawless combination of the street and the extreme luxury, defeating her opponents with absolute pure wizardry. My stilettos remain perfectly spotless in the muddy yard, playing my ultimate winning, completely dominant card. The delay effect multiplies the power of my sweet voice, leaving the mesmerized audience absolutely no choice. I dictate the tempo with the pick of my jewel wrist, adding a sophisticated, unexpected, phenomenal twist. They thought I was too delicate to handle the heavy bass, but I threw their underestimation right back in their face. Elegance and the extreme grit colliding on the stage, writing a phenomenally glamorous historical page. Unbothered, unmatched, entirely in a different class, shattering the ceiling made of patriarchal glass. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch of this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva dub, demanding absolute uncompromised space, ruling the dance hall with a terrifying, beautiful grace. The crown is incredibly heavy, but she wears it with ease, bringing the biggest, toughest challengers down to their knees. A masterpiece of body to the portrait of supreme confidence, shattering the boundaries of the typical expected existence. Queen of rights, make way, flawless victory, hear me echo. Bow down to the undeniable, fierce diva dub, the undisputed monarch of this underground club, mixing the high fashion with the raw heavy sound, the most spectacular royalty to ever be found. Diva
written diary. My psychological state is incredibly fiery, refusing to politely smile for the high society, embracing my wonderfully complex notoriety.
They tried to lock me inside a golden bird cage, but I easily escaped from the theatrical stage, running barefoot through the untamed wilderness, leaving behind the polite, expected tenderness. A lone wolf howling at the midnight lunar phase, rejecting the incredibly boring, predictable maze, trusting the internal compass, ignoring the map, dodging the clever, manipulative societal trap,
writing my own definitive, spectacular destiny, refusing to participate in the fake festivity, hunting for the absolute, terrifying truth, preserving the rebellious nature of my youth, swimming vigorously against the mainstream current, becoming a powerful, undeniable deterrent, unapologetic, fierce, and dangerously proud, standing out visibly from the brainwashed crowd, possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restrictive traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence.
Crossing the strictly forbidden geographical borders, disobeying the hypocritical, ridiculous orders. My pulse is dictated by instinct, not by a clock, breaking the incredibly heavy psychological lock,
Walking the completely complicated, risky path, enduring the jealous, unpredictable, bitter wrath. I am the captain of this incredibly fragile ship, refusing to ever lose my determined tight grip, throwing away the expected boring blueprint, leaving the totally unique, unforgettable fingerprint, painting entirely outside the designated lines, ignoring the confusing, contradictory signs. The armor I wear is forged from pure defiance, operating without any corporate fake alliance, finding immense joy inside the beautiful chaos, regardless of the potential temporary loss, swimming vigorously against the mainstream current, becoming a powerful, undeniable deterrent, unapologetic, fierce, and dangerously proud, standing out visibly from the brainwashed crowd, possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restrictive traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence.
Do not try to tame the wild roaming beast. We are starving at the superficial fake feast. Freedom is a highly expensive, necessary cost,
But those who wander are never truly lost. Untamed,
unchained,
no rule,
just instinct.
possessing a magnificent, untamed rebel heart, tearing the restrictive traditional rules apart, a rogue spirit refusing to ever settle down, the most dangerous outcast in the entire town. Rebel heart pumping with fierce independence, fighting back against the authoritative sentence. Each strong, never conform, stay wild, forever rogue. violence and electricity crackling in the air. We are not protesting with a picket or a sign. We are using choreography to cross the battle line. Step to the left, pivot sharply to the right, turning our frustration into a beacon of light. Every single motion is a calculated strike, moving all together down the middle of the turnpike.
Oppressors looking down from their ivory towers, underestimating the capacity of our powers. They try to legislate the way we naturally feel, but the rhythm of the people is made of forged steel.
Marching to the frequency of ultimate defiance, forming an unbreakable underground alliance. We do not need artillery to tear the system down. We just need the heaviest subwoofers in the town. The tempo is a weapon, the melody is a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat, we hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear.
Generals are panicking, checking on their screens, trying to decipher what this movement really means. Footstep vibrating like an earthquake on the fog, bringing their corrupt economy to a grinding halt. We are warriors of sound, soldiers of the groove, proving our intentions with every single move. Babylon is crumbling beneath our stomping feet. Victory is tasting incredibly sweet.
Spinning like a hurricane, twisting like a storm, breaking every boundary, rejecting every norm. Sweat is camouflage, painting my determined face, claiming ownership of this contested urban space. Shoulder to shoulder, we form a human barricade, showing off the courage that we have proudly made. No one can stop a tide that has already turned, watching all the wicked institutions get burned. The tempo is a weapon, the melody is a shield. We are taking over the entire battlefield. No surrender, no retreat, we hold the front line, following the guidance of a higher grand design. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with a synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear.
Stand up tall, do not ever compromise. Look the adversary directly in the eyes. The choreography of freedom is a beautiful art, dictated by the drumming of a liberate heart.
Step, step, hold the line, push forward, we are one. Get ready for the rebel dance, a physical revolt, hitting the establishment like a lightning bolt, shaking off the shackles with the synchronized sway, chasing all the dictators and hypocrites away. Rebel dance, the revolution is finally here, conquering the tyranny, eradicating fear. Keep moving, never yield, the dance continues. Ooh, freedom rings. into the cockpit. Strap into the cockpit, prepare the shuttle launch. Leaving the stratosphere, our determination is staunch. Looking through the porthole at the shrinking globe below. Heading toward the galaxies where glowing comets go. Zero gravity suspends my floating silver hair. Breathing oxygen from tanks inside the vacuum air. Igniting thrusters rapidly to leave the Milky Way. Discovering a universe where alien life forms play.
Rastafari navigating through the asteroid belt. The hottest solar temperatures that I have ever felt. Planting a flag of unity upon the lunar dust. In the cosmic architecture is the only thing we trust. Cruising past the rings of Saturn in the silver fleet. Bringing interstellar rhythm to the Martian street. Telescopes cannot predict the trajectory we take. Leaving a magnificent celestial glowing wake.
Warp speed engaged, pushing the throttle lever up. Drinking liquid starlight from a shiny meteor cup. Constellations blurring to a singular bright beam. Living out a spectacular extraterrestrial dream. Igniting the space flyer, burning up the cold. A planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernova, surfing on the flare. Shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellite. A brilliant explosion in the endless dark night.
Black holes trying desperately to suck my vessel in, but the anti-gravity propulsion guarantees we win. Communicating telepathically across the vast unknown. Establishing a colony upon a meteorite throne. Quantum physics bending to the will of the base. A spiritual awakening within the outer space. Meteorites crashing down, but we expertly dodge. Resting safely inside the intergalactic lodge.
Plasma streams illuminating the dark matter void. Dancing on the surface of a rogue stray asteroid. Wearing a spacesuit tailored with synthetic thread. A billion shining galaxies exploding in my head. We are astronauts of rhythm, pioneers of the sky. Watching the magnificent constellations whizzing by. No borders or boundaries exist up in this dome. Making the magnificent cosmos our permanent home. Warp speed engaged, pushing the throttle lever up. Drinking liquid starlight from a shiny meteor cup. Constellations blurring to a singular bright beam. Living out a spectacular extraterrestrial dream. Igniting the space fire, burning up the cold. A planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernova, surfing on the flare. Shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellite. A brilliant explosion in the endless dark night.
Telemetry readings indicate a massive sonic boom. Echoing endlessly across the universe's room. We bypass Pluto, accelerating past the edge. Fulfilling the astronomical visionary play.
Houston, we have liftoff. Approaching the sun. Maximum velocity. Stardust falling. Igniting the space fire, burning up the cold. A planetary journey that is beautifully bold. Orbiting the supernova, surfing on the flare. Shooting past the nebulas with absolutely no care. Space fire, melting down the frozen satellite. A brilliant explosion in the endless dark night. Drifting away, infinite space. The final frontier, cosmic vibration. Suspended by a wire from the vaulted museum ceiling. controlling every single nervous emotion I am feeling, avoiding the invisible crisscrossing security lasers. A high-stakes operation executed for the appraisers.
The gemstone rests upon a pressure-sensitive scale. There is absolutely no acceptable margin to fail. Slipping the flawless jewel into my velvet pouch, landing entirely silently upon the leather couch. Waiting patiently inside the idling dock speedboat, wearing a black balaclava and a waterproof coat. The harbor water is perfectly still and pitch black, ready to execute the incredibly swift getaway track.
Watching the second-hand sweep across my heavy watch, preparing to push the throttle up another notch. She signals from the balcony with a single flashlight. We are pulling off the greatest robbery of the night. The tension is thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
Navigating the narrow canals, killing the engine hum, disappearing entirely before the police sirens come. Hiding the contraband underneath the wooden deck floor, we have successfully settled the ultimate final score.
Babylon investigators searching the empty premises, failing to capture the smartest, stealthiest nemesis. The jewel is safe within the deep underground roots, counting the value of our spectacular stolen loot. We're moving the tactical gear, slipping into an evening gown, the most mysterious, wealthy fugitive in the town. Holding the incredibly heavy stone up to my eye, admiring the facets that reflect the starry sky. We fence the treasure on the international black market, finding the perfect lucrative billionaire target. My heartbeat finally returns to a normal steady pace, leaving absolutely zero evidence inside the place. It's thick enough to easily cut with a knife, risking our freedom, gambling with the dangerous life. But the prize is glittering, reflecting the moonbeam, executing the most lucrative underground scheme. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut in a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time.
The clarity of the gem matches the purity of the bass, a flawless performance executed with ultimate grace. We are the invisible thieves of the auditory night, disappearing rapidly into the blinding bright lights.
Cut the wire, grab the stone,
Get out!
flawless execution. Waiting for the incredibly heavy diamond drop, a massive vibration that they simply cannot stop. The frequency shatters the bulletproof display, stealing the priceless historical artifact away. Diamond drop, a flawless cut and a perfect crime, synchronized beautifully to the reggae time. Clean getaway,
No fingerprints.
the drop is complete, rich forever. intersection, listening to the man, providing a spiritual direction. He doesn't wear a robe, just a faded, oversized coat, delivering a magnificent warning directly from his throat. Pedestrians are rushing blindly, staring at their phones, ignoring the truth buried inside his every baritone tones. I stop and listen to the parables of the modern age, flipping through his heavily annotated metaphorical page.
Stepping up onto the overturned plastic milk crate, warning the citizens about their impending tragic fate. The subway grate is my altar, the sidewalk is my church, conducting the necessary, deeply philosophical search, translating the graffiti sprayed upon the brick wall, answering the incredibly heavy divine ancestral call. Sirens try to drown me out with that terrifying scream, but I am waking the people from their capitalistic dream. No stained glass windows, no collection plate to pass, just the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the degenerational, unacknowledged hurt. The neon signs are flashing their deceptive false idols, but I am consulting the ancient universally true titles. I point my weathered finger at the towering skyscrapers, exposing the corruption hidden in their official papers. The rain starts to fall, washing the grime from my face, but I refuse to abandon this highly contested holy space. My congregation consists of the homeless and the strays, guiding them safely through the terrifying dark days. I pull out my notebook and write down every single word, the most profound poetry that the city has ever heard. He speaks in riddles that unlock the heavy iron doors, revealing the casualties of their invisible silent war. The police officers tell him to immediately move along, but he responds with a deeply beautiful defiant song. A disciple of the asphalt, a student of the intersection, finding an incredibly pure, highly spiritual connection. Stained glass windows, no collection plate to pass, just the unfiltered reality reflecting in the dirty glass, deciphering the omens hidden in the metropolitan noise, amplifying the volume of the marginalized, forgotten voice. Listen closely to the warnings of the concrete prophet. Once the revelation starts, they cannot ever stop it, preaching the absolute truth to the unyielding pavement, escaping from the psychological corporate enslavement. Concrete prophet, a visionary in the absolute dirt, healing the degenerational, unacknowledged hurts. The writing is clearly on the wall if you simply look. He memorized the passages of the universally banned book, a lonely voice crying